Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm just going to be sharing some solutions or kind of like other pathways to medicine if you didn't get into medicine in the UK your first try or your second try. No shame in it. Yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so first I want to say to everyone who's watching this video and you didn't get into medicine, I just want to say well done regardless of the fact even though you didn't get in, because the medicine, the process to even apply to get into medicine is just ridiculously difficult. It's so hard. That's probably why it's so competitive. But it is really hard in at least I don't know about the whole process in in America, but I know in the UK you've got the UCAT, some people have to do the BMAT, interviews, just a whole load of things that are can really take a toll on you, really stressful. So I really do want to say, even though I'm sure everyone says it, really well done to everyone, because it's not easy to even apply, talk less of actually getting in. So first I'll share my story of applying to medicine in the UK and everything. So I applied last year, September 2021, to study medicine in the UK. I obviously did not get in. I didn't get in even post or pre-interview stage. I didn't even get an interview, nothing like that. So that happened in late February, early March of this year. And I was okay, just do my A-levels, let's see what happens during clearing, everything. So I did my A-levels. I thought they went quite well. And I got my results literally less than a week ago. I got BBC, B's in biology and English, C in chemistry, literally 1 mark off a B. And I was pained. I was very much pained because I was all this hard work, everything, really did not boil over to anything. Obviously now I've gotten over it a bit, and I'm just thankful to God that I was even able to get B's, because I went on TikTok, I saw some people talking about something, they got D's in biology. Anyways, but yeah, so I got my results, and the next day was literally clearing, so I was you know what, let's just apply, never say never. We called the next day, and the universities did say never. But yeah, I didn't get in at all, right? But I did have a backup option of going to the Caribbean. That's actually what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Anyways, so for people who don't get in the UK the first time, I would say if you don't get in, you should know by at least March, April. So by then you can start making applications to Caribbean medical schools, because in my opinion, they're way more accessible. I don't want to say that they're easy to get into, but they're easy to get into than the UK. I feel I don't want to use the word underrated, but yeah, I'll just use the word as for show underrated. Not everyone goes there, or not everyone sees it as an option. And I would say definitely go there, because in the UK, when people don't reapply for medicine a second time to study medicine in the UK, they usually go to Europe, which is fine. But if you're like me and you just really did not want to go to Europe, because I really did not want to go to Europe, I didn't know why. I'm just put off by the feeling of going there as opposed to going to UK. So I didn't want to go to Europe. So then I heard about Caribbean medical schools. I was oh, yay. They're also super affordable for anyone who's wondering about the prices there. They're super affordable. Yeah. Now I will be giving reasons why maybe you should go to Caribbean medical schools instead of the UK. Well, not instead of the UK, but basically going there instead of reapplying a second time. So we all know that the UK is really hard to get into for medicine. It's very competitive. If you didn't know, now you know. It's quite difficult to get into for medicine. And I wouldn't want to discourage anyone from applying a second time, but I'm gonna say if it's a thing where it's you got your A-levels, you got your A's, you just didn't get in, I would say if you did not want to apply a second time, I would kind of say maybe you should not, because it's quite, how would I say, it's not guaranteed, basically. I mean, unless, God's got your back, obviously, it's not guaranteed. Do you know what I mean? And that's a year wasted, time wasted. And again, if you're like me and you want to just, get your degree early, I want to finish by 23. So yeah, that's why I personally didn't want to reapply, because I was I don't want to finish by 24. Another thing is if you didn't get your grades, so that's why you probably didn't get in, is for resits anyways, it depends on the grades you get. If you get if you got C's, you probably wouldn't be able to get in even if you got A's in resits, because number one, not all universities accept resits. Number two, they have like a certain criteria, like, oh yeah, maybe if you are all B's your first attempt at A levels, then you can resit. Or maybe if you got A, B, B. But basically, if you were to get like C's and D's in your first attempt at A levels, you probably would not be able to apply as a whole. Yeah. And another thing I've noticed for like research for universities is they want people fresh from sixth form. Like they don't want people, they prefer anyways people fresh from sixth form. This is not discouraging anyone from reapplying, because I mean, I'm sure if you work hard, you try enough, you will get in. This is just me presenting alternative opportunities. Another thing I would say for anyone who actually does want to reapply to the UK for second year, I would say maybe when you're applying through UCAS, you could maybe consider applying for places that have foundation years before you actually go into the 5-year MBBS. Not saying it's like easy to get into, but I'm pretty sure it's like even the slightest bit easier. It's the slightest bit easier to get into. So places like Edge Hill. For Edge Hill, you do need to live in like the north of London to be able to get in. Because I applied during clearing, and they were like, I don't live in the north of London, so my application can't even be processed, that type of thing. Which other places? Leicester, I think Leicester offers foundation, Nottingham offers foundation, but it's a Russell group, so that would be a bit more competitive than I would think Edge Hill and Leicester would, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Well, another thing, like I said, like I purposely did not want to apply to Europe, but applying to Europe would be another option, just because they do teach they do MBBSs just like in the UK. Obviously in Caribbean medical schools they do MD programs rather than MBBS, but in Europe they do MBBS, and I'm pretty sure like just living abroad would be nice for anyone who's open to doing that. Yeah. Okay, so this video was kind of like all over the place. It was kind of like impromptu. I just thought, let's film it. So yeah, I filmed it. I hope you guys gained at least one thing from this video. Yeah. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment down below what your favorite part of the video was. And if you've applied anywhere different than the UK, or if maybe you applied a second time and you got in, tips from everyone and anyone would be very much appreciated. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.